All I can say is wow. Wow. I am so thankful. I do have some prepared remarks, and I'll start out with, first of all, thank God, for blessing me. I want to thank my family, for the support over the years. TJ, Tracy, my mother, my mother-in-law, Chris. I got a special guest here, too, I want to thank. Joe Hutchison, where you at? Joe, come up here real quick. Stand right there. So a conversation can change a young person's life. And when I was at Wayne State, I saw this police officer walk into the class full uniform, look good. I was like a kid. And, DPD back then was going through a lot of layoffs, and I looked at him, and we had the same class, Policing in America. And I said to the officer, I said, man, I thought ain't they about to lay you off? And he was like, no, we're actually hiring. You ought to join. I said, no, I want to be a Fed. I think I want to be a federale. I want to join the FBI or something. He said, well, unless you got a law degree or you an engineer, they're not going to take you. So you might want to decide local to get to where you need to be. So I said, well, y'all don't make any money, though. Now, I was only making $3.35 an hour at the time. So and I worked 20 hours a week. So I don't know who I thought I was. So he said to me, well, they start out at $27,000 a year, young man. I was 27. So I was more of an hourly like person. That didn't compute. So I said, but how much is that an hour? He said, that's about $14 an hour. I straightened up, said, said, at that point, where do I sign up? He said, go to 2110 Park. This man right here changed my life. I went down there. They hired me. And I just got to say thank you. And he's a successful entrepreneur, Hutchison's Funeral Home, and just does amazing things. And when Officer Cameron Richardson, who recently, was killed in that accident, Joe did step up and say, hey, if need be, I would cover the funeral for that officer, no charge. Thank you. Thank you. I want to say thanks to my senior management team, A.C. Ewing, A.C. Fitzgerald, D.C. Hayes, D.C. Sloan, D.C. Bliss, D.C. Stewart, D.C. Williams, D.C. Pritchett. Without them, I stand on the shoulders of the people who support, and they have done a phenomenal job as far as pushing. Chief White, now CEO White of D-Win, right? Correct. Has made it very, very easy for me. This team at DPD was already excellent. And so the only words you're going to hear Todd Bettison say as chief is continuous improvement. I'm like, we will continue to improve. On DPD, we have what we call civilians, and we have sworn. I don't call them civilians anymore. I call them professional staff. I don't like that term, civilian. Our non-sworn individuals are professional at what they do, and I want to thank Fatima Elzine and also Stephen Lamoureux, whom contribute significantly towards our process improvement and managing our real-time crime center. Thank you, along with all the professional staff of the Detroit Police Department as well. It's about 700 of them. I say thank you to Mayor Duggan for your confidence in me, sir, for your confidence in allowing me to continue to serve this great city, the greatest city in America, which is Detroit City. I say thank you, Mayor Duggan, for, enrolling me. I talked about my certificate at the Mike Illich School of Business, but Mayor Duggan recruited me to be his deputy mayor and put me in the Michael E. Duggan School of Business. And so now I have an MBA from the Michael E. Duggan School of Business. To City Council, I can't say enough about this council. When I talk to other police chiefs and I talk to others, major city chiefs, they're at odds with their city council. I can't get this, I can't get that. But throughout my career, whether I was the deputy mayor, first assistant chief, interim chief, commander, this city council's continued support, which steps up and supports the Detroit Police Department and keeps the citizens of Detroit first, is second to none. So I thank Council President Mary Sheffield. I thank all of the council members, and you see today I have Council Member Young standing with me, and also have Council Member Calloway standing here as well. And I just thank even the ones, because they're in council session, I thank them all because they supported the raises for DPD. They have supported the things that allows the Detroit Police Department to be a top-tier police department. You know, and when they gave us those big raises and funded it, and then also funding the CBI programs as well, making appropriations there, we're at a 99% fill rate. No other department around I know is at a 99% fill rate. So thank you, City Council. Now I say thank you to Detroit. As interim chief, it has truly been a unique experience. As I walk around the city and I'm out and about, countless Detroiters have stopped me, said, I'm pulling for you, chief. I'm rooting for you, chief. I see you trying to hide up under that baseball hat, chief. You know, because I'm thinking nobody knows me, but folks know. And it was these two brothers. I was downtown on Washington Boulevard. They stopped me. It was 7 o'clock in the morning. And they said, hey, I see you, chief. You that new chief? I said, yeah, because I didn't know how this was really about to go. And then they said, we from Linwood. I said, okay. They say, but you know what? We believe in you. We want you to do us right, though, and we got faith in you. And you know, just keep doing what you're doing. We support you over there on Linwood. So I say to them brothers, I wish I had got their names, but I thank the brothers from Linwood, from the west side to the east side, from the southwest side. I thank all of you all. To my grassroots activists, and to my influencers, and you know, we hear about grassroots all the time, but it's something even deeper than grassroots when you get into the activism world. You know, and I want to give a shout out to Minister Malik Shabazz as well, because he really was out there at the forefront. Back in 1994, Malik Shabazz and the New Marcus Garvey movement, they were out there standing in front of drug houses, protesting, shutting dope houses down in the city. So we all got to give it up to Malik Shabazz. But it's something a little bit deeper that they call mud roots activism. And so mud roots, a lot of you all don't know exactly what mud roots is. But let me tell you, if you want to know more about mud roots, you need to talk to Zeke of New Era Detroit, who's standing here. Zeke, I know you're in the back right there. Zeke, have a conversation with Zeke of New Era Detroit. Talk to Zoe, talk to Alaire Harvey Quinn of Force Detroit, talk to Ned Gazvu, talk to Ray Winers, because they just take it a level even deeper than grassroots. Now, Craig Miller, Ron Thomas, the DPOA, I thank you for your support. Craig right there, Ray, and the whole e-board of the DPOA, it's been amazing. We have the same goal in mind, and that's to make sure that DPD is the best police department in the country, and then also that we take care of our men and women of the Detroit Police Department and serve the citizens of Detroit. I want to thank Commander Alvarado and the DPCOA, because you know what? The city of Detroit is a union town. It just is. And so I had the opportunity to represent the mayor this year at the Labor Day parade. I walked in the parade, got a chance to speak on behalf of the city at the parade when I was deputy mayor. But just to my union labor folks out there, you know, like I said, my mother was a Detroit school teacher for 38 years. She was a union rep. I believe in the unions, and in the City of Detroit Police Department, I think we got about 4 unions. So it's the DPOA, the LSA, the DPCOA, and then we got ASME as well. So I support all and each and every one of you. So let's give it up for Lieutenant Young and also Lieutenant Sizemore of the LSA and the E-Board. There are so many folks to thank. I could go on, but I definitely have to talk about the collaboration, because when I was introduced as interim chief, and I said one of the things that I was going to do and what was going to be key is collaboration. And I kept my pledge. I picked up the phone. I will call and ask for resources, will ask for help, because this is what it's about. I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for the city of Detroit, and I'm asking for the visitors who come visit the city of Detroit. We had a phenomenal Lions season, football season this year. And we had fans from everywhere and all the eyes of the world on the city of Detroit. And so after the incident that happened at the first of the year, the terrorist incident that happened in New Orleans and also what happened in Las Vegas, and we had the postseason Lions games, it was like, well, the mayor gave me a call and like, okay, we have to ensure that we further enhance our safety, public safety plan for these games, but also realizing that we have limited resources and we still have to answer those 911 calls in the community, and we have to protect the whole entire city of Detroit. I picked up the telephone, called Sheriff Michael Bouchard. I called of Oakland County, called Sheriff Anthony Wickersham of Macomb County. I called Ray Washington. I called Colonel Grady of MSP. I said, will you send resources? And they all said yes. They sent a lot of resources. Our federal partners sent resources, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. I did it with the tree lighting. I will continue to do it because they want to help. It's about keeping everyone safe. If you live in the city of Detroit, if you're visiting the city of Detroit, if you're a police officer, no matter who you are, you're a senior citizen or you're a youth, it's about keeping you safe. The media, who's here, thank you. You've been kind to me. We definitely have to utilize the media to get the word out. It's so many different avenues in how you're successful to a police department, whether we're looking for somebody that's a threat or a danger, whether it's something going on where you have to warn the community, and then just being able to help get the good news stories about what's happening in the city of Detroit with DPD. So I thank you, media, for showing up. You do. You know, I know sometimes that we have to have some, it might be uncomfortable for me or it might be uncomfortable for you, but sometimes we have to have those uncomfortable conversations. However, the public deserves the right to know, and as being chief of police, I pledge to be transparent and be there for you, and I look forward to that ongoing relationship that we have. So let's give it up, everybody. I know they don't get a lot of thanks, but I'm gonna give it up for the media. And like I say, not only 247, our traditional media and radio but you know, we have social media, we have our social media influences that we also call our non-traditional media. So just a shout out to them as well. The city of Detroit, our community relations and DPD is second to none. It's just second to none. Regardless of where I go and I'm talking to other chiefs of police or wherever I'm at, and we start talking about, you know, community and bridging the gap. Of course, we can always improve, and we're going to continue to improve, but there's nobody got what we have going on here in the city of Detroit. This right here is why, and you've heard what makes us special. The historic low crime rates is because of folks here, because of all of you, and it's also because of just the continuous effort to pour more and more, not just enforcement, but also wraparound services to get to the real root cause of what drives crime, because it's not one thing. But we're going to continue to do, my favorite word is and. We're going to do this and that and this and that until we get it down to a truly acceptable level.